I'm not 100%. I'm grinding for that 100%. I have my current protocol to try and hit that 100%. And I even have a treatment method that, again, if I had a higher up connect in Western medicine, I would love to give that a shot. But the current protocol I'm doing and the current, you know, training lifestyle I'm doing, we'll see if I can get back to 100%. What is up, everyone? It's Russo. I hope everyone is doing well. As you can see, I lost my leg gains, but first, an ASMR sip. All right, does Russo even lift anymore? What's going on? What's the recovery update with the post-Lion's syndrome, post-Finasteride syndrome, post-Accutane syndrome, post-SSRI sexual dysfunction syndrome? I had that. I'll have Andrew throw up the playlist videos, but this is the first training vlog back. Does Russo even lift anymore? And what happened to his legs? So I'll have Andrew throw up videos of my legs. That's what my legs used to look like. And as you can see, me warming them up on the leg extension, it looks like I have woman's legs, considering I'm 252 pounds in the morning, right? 252 pounds in the morning. I wear double XL shirts. My height is 5'11", 5'11 and a half. And the legs still haven't recovered. I have jumped through a lot of hoops. This is the calm before the storm of me making the... Man, look how small my quad is. It's crazy. It's as if I don't even train legs at all, and legs are my favorite body part. So I'm gonna talk about what's going on here. I want to see if people can guess what it is. I think I have it figured out. I'm never gonna be like, oh, I have it all figured out, I'm the mastermind. No, I think I have it figured out. The calm before the storm, meaning like it's been a long emotional road during these past couple of months of not sleeping at all. You know, I was having 2 heart attacks and overall not being able to feel dopamine, serotonin, GABA, constantly having weird neuropathy symptoms and basically having issues walking, and then doing the, in quotation marks, treatment, which almost left me with a bunch of complications after. You know, this morally has been tough on me to make the recovery video because I am night and day better at this point. I can sleep normally. I can experience dopamine again. I can experience serotonin again. It's just I'm on the last final step, which I'm showcasing, which I want you guys to guess in the comments on what the final last thing is. Meaning my upper body is fully almost back. My lower body, including my penis, goes in and out. What is that? I want people to guess. Everyone's been coming to me over the past couple of months, and it's been awesome. I appreciate everyone sticking with me, suffering. This is a bigger problem than me, and I want to see if you guys can guess it. But my upper body, as you can see, has recovered. It kind of looks like, you know, I'm a 250-pound dude upper body. It no longer looks like I'm a woman. And by the way, my weight a month and a half, 2 months ago was 211, 213 pounds in the morning before I did the crazy, I'm going to nickname it the carpet bomb, Hail Mary I did. I'll just call it a Hail Mary. You know, this is the calm before the storm, the healing video. I wanted to show that I am in the gym, still training every day. I never miss one fucking day training, and where I'm at as far as strength wise. But I feel like you guys can make a good guess on my upper body. Looks fully back. You see me laying on the leg press. Chest is popping. Again, at the beginning, I had 0 nitrogen retention, 0 intramuscular water, so nothing of that nature. I literally looked like a girl. Couldn't get a pump. Couldn't feel dopamine euphoria in the gym. I can feel dopamine euphoria in the gym. I can get a pump normally. I know a lot of you victims are probably jumping up for joy. Again, I'm not completely 100%. These legs do not look anything like how my legs should look, and they are not nearly as strong. I am pushing them insanely hard in this video, just seeing, you know, what I can muster on camera as far as strength. I never really leg press because, again, before this happened to me and I was castrated, you know, I could like fill up the entire leg press, and I would normally do hack squats. I'll have Andrew throw up some of my crazy hack squat sets. So this might be strong for some people, but as far as a juiced up 250-pound dude, you know, this is very lightweight for me to be struggling with. And I think you guys can err on the side that this is CNS related as far as the point I'm at in this recovery, because I made it to the top of the disorder, the syndrome. The root cause was brutal to try and undo. And that was for me to react normally to steroids. I can react normally to steroids again. It's no longer I take steroids and feel worse, as if like, I don't know, it's so paradoxical when I try to process the emotion and just process, you know, the dire, you know, not sleeping every day, thinking about that constantly, trying not to go completely OCD about something that I'm reminded of every waking second on figuring out, and then the social pressure, and then the political heat of this being a Gorilla Mind product that started, but like it's fucking lion's mane sold in every single grocery store. I see it every day. I actually bought a stim-free supplement from the supplement store. I think it was Bumstead brand. I forgot all my supsa one day and I needed something stim-free. Literally was about to load up a scoop, and you know, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna fucking check the ingredients, and it had fucking lion's mane in it. So they're putting lion's mane in everything. It's definitely dosage dependent on me getting castrated, but again, I had people message me over the months. They had lion's mane in their pre-workout. They couldn't figure out why their resting heart rate was so high. Randomly, they're having panic attacks. Again, it's a roll of the dice that is not worth rolling. I'm not saying, you know, you're going to react fine to lion's mane. You're going to react in the way that this derailed my life. I would have lost my career if I wasn't an influencer. And I would have basically, yeah, lost all my income. My whole life was basically over, and it was probably the most brutal thing just because I couldn't sleep. I couldn't think straight. The methods to heal myself are pretty dangerous. And, you know, everyone has an opinion on what the root cause was. Again, no one would believe me on what I thought the root cause was, which is what the fuck it turned out to be. And I'm not the first one to come up with the root cause, but, you know, it's just like it turned into like, oh, now I don't want to listen because they don't think that's the root cause. Where if you look into the research being funded, or you look into, you know, what people are having success with, I have over 100, in quotation marks, recoveries documented, and I'm seeing the similarities, and it got really annoying. It got to a point where like I just cut everyone out. I just did my game plan, listened to my instincts, and it worked. I really wish I did that at the start, but literally, like, I think people relate this to ego death, that I had ego death, and like, oh, Russo's just a pussy and can't handle ego death, and, you know, yeah, I've done mushrooms before and had ego death. Well, I've had ego death with psychedelics multiple times. This is not that. I was really castrated, could not walk right, had spinal pain, literally wouldn't respond to steroids at all. Could not make any sort of thoughts. Hair was falling out. My hair consistency is better, although I have lost absolute shit tons of hair, and not all the hair loss is from the disorder rather than the recovery protocol as well. So if you guys are looking for a way to recover out of this without losing some hair, good luck. You'll have to wait for the RNA editing to come more mainstream. I don't have time to wait for that because, well, this is my career. And it's just been, it's been very, very eye-opening, you know? Like, I can actually, with my real personality persona, process what happened to me. I can process the interactions that took place. I can process the politics that took place. And I can process everyone who was there in my corner and everyone who was excited to see me fall. It is one of those very interesting situations where a lot of people are like, man, I just wish something would happen to me so I could figure out like who was there for me and who's not. I just had one of those situations happen, and you know, there's a lot of rights and wrongs. I'm not saying I'm completely right in the whole thing and I'm self-righteous, but when you have something as life derailing as this, and we had a suicide, which I'll have Andrew throw up from the Reddit. This poor wife is now a widow. The husband took lion's mane, had the same exact reaction I had to lion's mane, pretty much to a T, where I couldn't sleep for weeks. I was having panic attacks, couldn't feel dopamine, serotonin. My dick literally felt like it burned off, felt like it got electrocuted. I would shake and convulse all day. I couldn't walk, couldn't make sentences. I had slurred speech. And yeah, just basically the worst thing that ever happened to me. This is all processed as trauma at this point. And that poor husband had a normal job. He's not a spoiled ass bitch like me. He's not this fucking biohacking influencer that tested this product, determined it was fucking dangerous for a minority of people to a point where they want to fucking take their lives, or it could just straight up derail your life. I mean, your relationship, kiss that goodbye, unless like it's solidly locked. And then if you have any sort of high thinking capacity job, especially as a male, and this happens to you and you're competing against other males who don't have this problem at all, I don't see how you can be competitive. Like, that version of me never would be able to get to the position I'm at now. It could never talk in this dictation I could now. It's just like I literally was destined to have my life completely ruined if I couldn't recover out of that. I went into, you know, all the sufferers, the victims who have been suffering in that hell for years. And luckily, you know, all the information came to me. I manifested, and everyone supported and stuck with me. You know, I took a little 3-day break from social media, and I'm always very humbled by the amount of people who take the time out of their day to message me if I'm okay. And I feel so spoiled because there are so many people who are suffering from this, from taking a fucking pill of finasteride, a pill of Accutane, a pill of an SSRI, and they're stuck with this shit for fucking years. And the thing I did to get out of it, I don't know if it's going to work for everyone, but my life is more bearable now. You know, I'm not trying to bullshit no one. My life is more bearable. I'm not 100%. I'm grinding for that 100%. I have my current protocol to try and hit that 100%. And I even have a treatment method that, again, if I had a higher up connect in Western medicine, I would love to give that a shot. But the current protocol I'm doing and the current, you know, training lifestyle I'm doing, we'll see if I can get back to 100%. But if you guys notice, and again, I want you guys to guess, is that you can see my legs. They look pretty woman-like at the start, but now that they're pumped up, they start to look more normal. And I'm going to flex them at the end for you guys so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. But my upper body feels completely normal. I can incline the 125-pound dumbbells again. I feel strong in the gym. I have vigor, drive, aggression in the gym. None of this shit existed 2 months ago. I go in the gym, do an entire set just like, why am I here? No dopamine, no serotonin, no euphoria, no nothing. And it was just like me going through the motions as if I was in like an 80, 90-year-old man rehabilitation center. I couldn't load any weight on the hack squat. It would compress my spine and feel like it was going to snap on 2 plates. And all that has changed. If you guys are thinking what I'm thinking, and I want to see if it's in the comments below, because there is a lot of data on this being one of the primary things to deal with this syndrome. I want to see what you guys think it is. But the root cause to get me to react to steroids, to get my muscles even strong enough to do this workout you're seeing now, that had to be dealt with before the current issue I'm dealing with. And that's the thing that kind of throws people off, because the treatment method I did made me feel worse, even though it technically got me to the next hoop I had to jump through. So that's what I'm going to be explaining in the long video, and this is the calm before the storm video. You know, Andrew and I are going to be throwing it all together in a big video with chapters. I'm going to have all the data. I'm going to have all the stories. I'm going to credit all the other biohackers that I use their information, as well as showcase the exact directory of all my information, as well as showcase the trajectory of the way I got out of it. And it is not easy. And like I said, if you're working a normal job and have to try to exist in society against high competing individuals in business, like what I do, I mean, I had business partners of years calling me and like, is this the end of Russo? I had my grandma come over, ask me if I had cancer, what happened to me. When I would go in the gym, I'd be met by like 10 people. Like, what happened? You know, are you any better? And for months, no. Until I got fucking batshit crazy and took the polypharmacy up to the max, I wasn't going to get better. It's not like, oh, I'm going to take a vacation and, oh, it'll just get better with time. This shit doesn't get better with time. It doesn't. This root cause needed extreme polypharmacy intervention, and it made me do compounds that I will never touch again. And it's just like, I am so blessed to just be able to go to the gym and enjoy my workout. I'm so blessed. I actually just got a puppy and couldn't feel the dopamine of my little puppy at all. I'm like, oh, if it's so fucking psychosomatic, then I'm just gonna get a puppy. You know, my my breeder was going out of business through a divorce, so they're throwing up their puppies, and I got a puppy. Puppy comes, I can't feel the dopamine. I feel like I can't even make a connection with the puppy. You know, my girlfriend just like struggling along this the whole time, and in my mind, it's like, man, all these people are suffering in silence about this, and there's no fucking way they will be taken seriously because, I mean, I'm about to prove it. I'm about to showcase it the way it is, but I could see how me being in this state now, I would never believe unless I experienced it, what that state was like, and that I would believe they were in some sort of, you know, psychosomatic bullshit. Which now that I've gone through it, I'm like, holy fuck. And when someone messages me that they were on HIMS, you know, they went to HIMS, they're 19, they're 20, they went to HIMS, they got finasteride, they took one pill, and now they're like this at 20. How's that going to impact their trajectory to mature as a male? Or when a 16 or 17-year-old messaged me, they took Accutane, and this same shit happened to them, and how do I get better? And it's been over a year and a half and they're the same, even when they're an elite athlete, because I thought I could just train out of it. I'm like, oh, I'll just train out of it. Like, this is fucking like, I'll just revert back to normal. I've done tons of psychedelic shrooms. Look at that. Look at my quad flex like that. But yeah, I've done tons of psychedelic shrooms. I was like, oh, this is just ego death, whatever. Not ego death. Couldn't react to steroids, right? Couldn't sleep. Fucking shaking, convulsing all day. This was like, I mean, I'm permanently changed after this shit. This is like another scar that's just gonna, you know, creep back. But I did want to showcase that my physique is coming back, and that I will be getting on vlog a lot more. I'll have Austin come in and we will be putting the vlogs up on this channel. We're not going to do the vlog channel. You know, my businesses are all on fire right now. I have a lot of issues. Elevate's been a pain in the ass to get back on track, and it's been a lot. It's been a lot. I deserve a vacation at this point, but my vacation is that I can go to the fucking gym and I can blow my bipolar energy off, feel accomplished, have euphoria, be able to eat normal foods and not have fucking brain fog out the, like, I feel for everyone, and I want to present this video as raw as possible, despite the potential risk sides of showcasing what I did. Because, yeah, I'll make it up, the carpet bomb method, where I'm attacking the root cause from the bottom and the top, both very high dosages of compounds that have other side effects, that compounds that have unknown side effects, and compounds that when you're in that state, you don't have any data on how that's going to impact your brain when your brain's already fucked up type compounds. So it's been tricky for me to conceptualize how I want to present it, but I think it's just going to be raw, how my brand always is. And you can take the information with a grain of salt. I will showcase all the side effects I had. I almost had 2 seizures. And yeah, thought I was not getting better when I was doing the thing that was making me better. And I added in stuff on top. And now the root cause has been dealt with. It feels like I could eventually naturally heal out. And I am doing shit to try and speed it up. And I do believe that there is a Western pharmaceutical method that at the point of this disorder that I'm in could probably instantly fix me, which I will showcase at the cure video, what I think Western medical community could point their eyes towards. And I know a lot of you doctors have been messaging me what I found, and I've actually even had local doctors in Pittsburgh, UPMC, pick up what I'm doing with this because they know it's a real problem. Everyone knows it's a fucking real problem. Everyone knows it's not fucking psychosomatic, and that we have the tech to completely reverse these people at this point. And I want to see that happen. I hope that you saw from this sort of voiceover that my dictation, my vocabulary, my persona is back. Go watch a fucking video a month and a half ago. I look fucking dead. My soul was dead. My soul was gone. My soul was in a fucking cage in my own brain where the fucking vegetable NPC Russo, who couldn't fucking think straight, was walking around wishing I could just have the dopamine of going to my fucking koi pond and just feeling relaxed. Nothing normal. Like, you could feel nothing normal ever. And people are suffering like that from years. And when they go on the internet, oh, it's psychosomatic, you're full of shit. This product, finasteride, saved my hair, saved my persona, saved my self-esteem. So I'm gonna defend it to the death, even though it destroyed your fucking life. And that there's no answers in Western medical society. So there's the leg pump. As you can see, my legs kind of look more manly there, right? They don't look as feminine. I will tell you, 35 minutes after, I completely lost all contractory feeling in my leg, the mind-muscle connection, and they went back to looking like fucking feminine legs. So please tell me what you think it is. I hope to see you guys in my next video. And yeah, the calm before the storm of the cure video. I know everyone's excited to see.